5 free plays coming right up. Not only do I have you covered for Friday's Major League Baseball slate, but 2 English Premier League picks for tomorrow morning will be featured as well. Today on the Power 5, I am, of course, Bryan Power. Definitely hoping to do better than I did yesterday. Picks on the show stunk. Can't run from it. Let's hope for a repeat of last Friday's show when I went a perfect 5-0. Real quick, before I get to the free plays, wanted to let you all know that I do have a 5% max bet available right now in college football for Saturday. An unprecedented move by me to start the season. Last season, I released only 3 5% max bets in college football. I won all of them, including Ohio State over Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Now up 59.2 units with all CFB plays since November of 2023. What are you waiting for? Get that 5% max bet now before the line starts moving. All right, free play time. A reminder, go ahead and smash that like button whenever you do agree. We're going to start with the Cardinals and the Rays here. Boy, the Rays made me look bad last night. I said they deserve to be favored in the series opener versus the Cardinals. Instead, they fell behind early and never recovered, eventually losing the game by a score of 7-4. Rays are moneyline favorites tonight, 7:35 Eastern, facing Miles Mikolas. But this time, I like over 9. I know the Rays offense has been struggling to produce as of late, but they should score here against Mikolas, who has a 4.99 ERA and a 4.82 FIP for the season. It's gotten worse here in August for Mikolas. 6.14 ERA his last 3 starts. He's allowed 10 runs in 14 2/3 innings pitched and has more walks than strikeouts during that time. That's never a good thing. For what it's worth, Mikolas is also 0-3 lifetime against Tampa Bay with an ERA of 6. Make note, Rays have called up top prospect Carson Williams, so that could add some more juice to the lineup tonight. That's what they need. But I'm also not willing to back Adrian Houser, the Rays starter, who has a 5.18 ERA since joining the team. So over 9 here, would not play it at 9.5. Number 2, let's take a look at Guardians Rangers. Alert. As I look at the odds screen this morning, there has been some curious line movement for this game. Texas, despite having Nathan Eovaldi starting, has dropped from -170 to -145 on the money line. In case you're unaware, Eovaldi has a 1.76 ERA and 0.87 whip in his 21 starts this season. Career year for the right-hander. So definitely a surprise to see the market move against him and the Rangers here. But a case could be made. It's a bad spot for the team. Not only is this Texas' first game back home following a 2-5 road trip, but no day off in between. Meanwhile, Cleveland did have yesterday off. I would consider the Guardians here. Looks like that's where the money is heading. Number 3, big showdown in San Diego. Dodgers, Padres, 9:40 Eastern. If only the Padres could face the Giants every day, huh? That's what the folks in San Diego probably wish was the case. Padres just swept the Giants again, this time at home. Of course, last week they swept them in San Francisco, only to then promptly get swept by the Dodgers up in LA. Padres will be hoping for better results this weekend. This time they are getting the Dodgers at home. I like the under 8 here in this one. We know Petco's a pitcher-friendly park. Don't think we're going to see the same level of offense from the Padres here that we saw against the Giants. Why? Well, Blake Snell is starting for the Dodgers. He is not allowed to run in back-to-back starts. But after playing in Colorado earlier this week, Dodgers offense, it should drop off as well. Remember, while they are first in runs scored at home, LA is only 8th in runs scored on the road. Yu Darvish starting the series opener for San Diego. He's got a 3.52 ERA at Petco. That's less than half of what his ERA is on the road. Padres also have the number 1 bullpen in terms of ERA. I've mentioned that many times before. So under 8, it is there. Let us now transition to the English Premier League and tomorrow's slate. Got you guys ready for Saturday morning. Of course, if you're new here, please be aware that I am number 1 in soccer at WagerTalk, going all the way back to April of 2024, up 59.6 units with all plays on the pitch. I'll have some premium soccer selections available over at WT.Buzz, WT.Buzz/BP, this weekend. Click the link in the description below for all this weekend's top plays. But I wanted to get you a couple here for Saturday morning, since obviously if I do when I do the Power 5 tomorrow morning, there just won't be enough lead time, I think, to get to these. So let's go through it here. Hit these EPL matches for Saturday. Tottenham hosting Manchester City. Man City hosting Tottenham. Boy, am I off here in the middle of the show, guys. Looking ahead to the weekend, apparently. It's Tottenham, Man City, bright and early at 7:30 a.m. Eastern on the USA Network. Let's play the prop of both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. So for those of you less familiar with soccer betting, we need both teams to score at least 1 goal and therefore to at least be 3 total goals scored in the match. I think that happens. Tottenham have actually scored at least 2 goals in each of their previous 4 visits here to the Etihad, and there ended up being a total of 21 goals scored in those 4 matches, 12 for Man City, 9 for Spurs. I know both sides turned in a clean sheet in the opening match week, but that was while facing Wolves and Burnley, respectively. Certainly, they didn't have any problem scoring. Tottenham scored 3 goals last week. City scored 4. I expect more goals in this one, so that's both teams to score, yes, and over 2.5 for Tottenham, Man City. Let's now move to the 10 a.m. Eastern slate on Peacock. It will be Burnley hosting Sunderland, a battle of 2 of the 3 newly promoted sides this season. Last week, I played Sunderland in their return to the Premier League, and that bet could not possibly have gone any better. They defeated West Ham by a score of 3-0. Now, that was at home, but I think there's a great chance that the Black Cats walk away with at least another point here. So I'd play them plus half a goal. Again, Burnley, I talked about this last week. They are set to take a major step back defensively this season, guys. Last year, down in the championship, it was a historic defensive performance, but Burnley lost their goalkeeper, James Trafford, in the offseason. Trafford was the reason Burnley got away with conceding only 16 goals on 39.1 XG. We saw the Clarets concede 3 times last week against Tottenham. I don't see them winning Saturday. Take the half goal with Sunderland. It's worth laying the juice. All right, recap time. We need a recap after I really botched the move from baseball to the Premier League there in the middle of the show. So let's do it one more time in case you got confused. Cardinals Rays over 9 is the first baseball play I like today. Guardians money line. That's where the way the money's moving against Eovaldi and the Rangers. Number 3, Dodgers Padres under 8. Big game there in the NL West. Then we go to soccer. These are tomorrow morning. Again, I wouldn't have had time to let you know about these in tomorrow's Power 5. I like Spurs, Man City, both teams to score, yes, and over 2.5. And then we like Sunderland plus the half a goal against Burnley. Go ahead and comment down below with your thoughts on those plays. Also, feel free to share with us what you're going to be betting on Friday as well. Then you want to head on over to wt.buzz/BP, where I have that 5% CFB max bet waiting for you. Again, I went 3-0 last season with 5% max bets in college football, up 59.2 units with all CFB since November of 2023. Let's get this season started right with a big, big play from me on Saturday. Also, if you want all my college football, all my soccer, all my MLB, and all my NFL through the end of September, well, we have a deal for you. Over at WagerTalk right now, if you buy a 30-day all-access pass, we will give you an additional 10 days of premium plays free of charge. So you're getting August free of charge when you buy a 30-day all-access. We're extending that subscription through the end of September. Earlier you buy, the more plays you get. So take advantage now. Again, it's a big weekend headlined by that 5% max bet in CFB. Oh, by the way, last year in September, I hit 66% with all football, NFL and college. So expect another great start this season. That's going to do it for this edition of the Power 5. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash that like button if you did. And remember to click subscribe. I will be back tomorrow. Until then, let's cash some tickets.